that Panama has some of the most extensive mangrove forests in Central America? It is vital that these ecosystems stay protected. National parks, marine parks, wildlife research, protected wetlands, and buffers forests make up Panama's 76 protected areas. Also, we have the largest wind farm in Central America, which complete a generated capacity of 270 megawatts of clean energy. Welcome, new generation leaders, to this last part of the lesson, Natural Resources, part 3. This is your teacher, Mrs. Ayala. We will have a lot of fun activities today. Stay connected, take notes, and enjoy this lesson. Let's review the objective for this lesson. Pay attention.
Objective for this lesson, Natural Resources, Part 3. Number 1. To practice vocabulary related to environmental issues. And number 2. To promote activities in order to preserve natural resources.
Good. It's good to know the objective. Now I invite you to review these vocabulary words that you will see during this lesson with me. Number 1 is gift. Gift is a thing given willingly to someone without payment. It is called also present. Number 2, survive. Survive. It means continue to live or exist, especially in spite of danger or hard situation. Number 3, human being. Human being. It is a man, woman, or a child of the species Homo sapiens, distinguished from other animals by superior mental development. Number 4, watershed. Watershed is an area or region drained by a river system, or other body of water. Number 5, flows. Flows. It is to move in a continuous or smooth way. Number 6, trash. Trash. It is, these are things that are no longer useful or wanted and that have been thrown away. Number 7, degraded. Degraded is to treat someone or something poorly and without respect. Degraded. Number 8, spot. Spot is a small area of a surface that is different from other areas. Spot. Number 9, desire. Desire is to want or wish for something. Number 10, headwater. Headwater is the beginning or an upper part of a stream or river. Headwater. 11, die. Die is to stop living. And the last one, crystal water. Crystal water is when the water is absolutely clear and transparent, like a glass. Now, our friend Luisa Anaid Martinez from Instituto Plancarte Morelia of Mexico has sent us a reflection about natural resources. Pay close attention to Luisa.
Did you know that natural resources are the basis of our life? Amazing, right? We take these resources as a gift from nature to us, the human beings, and we need them in order to survive. These resources are found in the environment and are developed without any human intervention. They have existed even before humans appeared on Earth. There are tons of examples, but some of them include the air, water, land, the soil, plants, animals, sunlight, stones, minerals inside the earth, and fossil fuels. Based on the availability, there are two types of natural resources: renewable and non-renewable. The renewable resources can be renewed as it is available in infinite quantity. They are sustainably in nature and they replenish quickly. Meanwhile, non-renewable resources, once completely consumed, cannot be renewed. Due to limited stock, they are exhaustively in nature and they replenish slowly or don't replenish naturally at all.
Thank you, Luisa, for such amazing video. Now, guys, I want to see if you paid attention. Let's solve this crossword. We have horizontal and vertical phrases or clues. Number one, in horizontal way, according to what Luisa has said, type of natural resources. Types of natural resources. Tell me. Yeah, renewable. Renewable and non-renewable. That's great. Number 5, where are they found? Where are they found? Martita, environment. Let's see if this is correct. VRONMENT. That's the correct way. Okay, let's continue. Number 8, one example of natural resources. One example of natural resources. Tell me. Jose said sunlight. Let's see. Yeah, she mentioned that. Sunlight. Perfect. That's correct. Thank you, Jose. Now, in vertical way, number 2, basis of our life. Basis of our life. What is that? Sophia. Natural resources. Okay, let's see. Natural. Very good. Resources. This is with C. Oh, okay. They have a limited stock. What is that? Samuel said non-renewable. Jose. Very good. Now natural resources are a gift for Elvira. Number 4, human being. Let's see. Human. Very good. Excellent. Now number 6, resources that are available in infinity quantity. What is that? Number 6, in or vertical way. Jose? What? renewable. Let's see. Hey, perfect. And the last one, number 7, Juanita. We need the natural resources to survive, said Anita. Let's see. To survive. Hey, very good. Good job, guys. You helped me a lot. Good job. Now it's time to introduce this amazing video created by the National Audubon Society in collaboration with Natural Geographic, Nat Geo, and Albatros Media, and the National Directorate of Environmental Education from Meduca. Principal teachers from 10º-Ayala School. They could finish this wonderful video, Voces del Río. It was created to raise awareness about the danger of plastic pollution in the Panama stream, rivers. So it has seen from the viewpoint of 2 students, Katie and Omar. They went to the waterways of the Juan Diaz River to learn how untouched and beautiful the river is, how well the forest has been preserved, and how the rich biodiversity of the river is using it. Let's just stop talking about this and watch this amazing video. Pay attention.
This is the watershed of the Juan Diaz River. Its highest point is found here, at 691 meters above sea level, in a forested area that captures plenty of rain, located between Cerro Azul and Cerro Jefe. The Juan Diaz is one of the most important rivers in the country.
We walk through the forest until we hear the sounds of the river. We hear the water. Everything was growing, and there was so much green everywhere. The plants, the animals, the birds.
Things that cannot compare to anywhere else.
It was unlike everything we had seen before.
Being there in the forest felt good, everything was beautiful, and arriving at the river was even better.
When we saw and heard the river with all the excitement, we had to see the headwaters. And when we finally saw the crystal clear water, it was so beautiful. We sat down and put our hands in the river, in the clean water. It felt cold on our hands. We touched the water and played with it, and when we saw it up close for the first time,
The love that we felt at that spot, the desire to stay there and never leave. It is something you don't feel in just any place.
I saw that the headwaters in the forest produce water, and then the water flows down to the city. Thanks to this forest that we have not cut and that we have not degraded, we have clean water. There was trash, plastic, glass bottles, beer cans, all kinds of trash. I saw so much plastic in the river. I felt bad.
The water was chocolate colored and it smelled dirty.
I saw so many birds in the trash trying to hunt for something to eat. But no one can survive off plastic.
When the polluted water arrived to the sea, the fish, the turtles, everything dies because of the trash. This is how marine life dies, how animals begin to die.
Did you know the fish eat the plastic? The fish eat it and then we eat the fish. So we are also eating plastic. If people could see the beauty of the upper watershed, they could stop throwing so much trash in the river. They would understand that it is a spectacular river.
We shouldn't be throwing trash wherever we want, because this creates pollution and causes illness in humans and in animal life. Nature is the most important: the water, the trees, the plants, the animals.
The health of the watershed suffers at our hands. Its poor treatment ultimately affects all humans. In their journey down the Juan Diaz River, our young friends have learned that the water that flows is life.
Amazing video, don't you think so? As you could notice at the end of the video, the message that the Audubon Society has for us is that the reality of the lower watershed invites us to reflect and act, to support our rivers. We must have a voice for our river and help to preserve it. You can find the original video at this link. To see what Katie and Omar mentioned during their journey. Let's start. Are you ready? Okay. Number 1. What river of Panama did they visit? Twitter River, Juan Diaz River, Chucunaque River. Tell me. Yeah, Juan Diaz River. That's correct. Number 2. What is the highest point above the sea level found there? I will help you. Pay attention.
Its highest point is found here, at 691 meters above sea level, in a forested area that captures plenty of rain, located between Cerro Azul and Cerro Jefe.
Okay, so 691 meters, 719 meters, or 592 meters? Robertito? Yeah, the first one, 691 meters. That's correct. Number 3, what did the students see that made them feel the desire to stay there and never leave? The plants, the garbage, the crystal water? Let me help you.
When we finally saw the crystal clear water, it was so beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, the third one, the crystal water. That's correct. Good. Number 4, what could happen if people see the beauty of the upper watershed? They could kill more animals and species from there. They could continue destroying the sources, or they could stop throwing so much trash in the river. I will help you.
If people could see the beauty of the upper watershed, they could stop throwing so much trash in the river. They would understand that it is a spectacular river.
Okay. So, what is the correct answer? Excellent. The third one, they could stop throwing so much trash in the river. That's correct. And the last one, why we shouldn't be throwing trash whatever we want? Because it creates pollution and produces illness in human and in animals' life, because the animals get fat with the trash, or because there are recycle bins to throw them. Let me help you.
We shouldn't be throwing trash wherever we want, because this creates pollution and causes illness in humans and in animal life. Nature is the most important: the water, the trees, the plants, the animals.
Okay, so Santiago, tell me. Yeah, the first one, because it creates pollution and produces illness in human and in animals' life. Correct. Good job, guys. Excellent. Now it's time to practice grammar. I'm gonna talk briefly about clauses with modals. I hope you can enjoy this. We have been talking about modals, remember? But today we are going to talk a little bit about if clauses with modals. It is called conditional sentence. There are conditional sentence 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. I will give you some examples. For example, if you like, you can watch a film, or you can watch a film if you liked. So as you could notice, the clauses have two parts in each sentence. In number one, they are separated using a comma, and they all use the conjunction if. Remember that we use conjunction in English to join two ideas together in one sentence. So they play an important role. They are connecting two ideas, and conditional sentences all use if to join two ideas together. So the if clause is the event or the situation that must happen in order for the other things to happen. So the result can only happen if the if clause occurs, and that is why it is called a conditional sentence. A condition is something that you have to do, or a situation that needs to exist in order for something else to happen. I'm gonna give you another clause, which is, if you call him at 4 a.m., then you will have different possibilities to complete this sentence, right? If you call him at 4 a.m., comma, he will answer to you, or you can say, if you call him at 4 a.m., he won't answer the phone. And there are other possibilities, other ways to complete it. If you call him at 4 a.m., he may answer the phone. Or if you call him at 4 a.m., he may not call you back. Or if you call him at 4 a.m., he may be sleeping. If you call him at 4 a.m., he might pick it up. And if you call him at 4 a.m., he might not like it. So, did you notice that for this example, I produced 7 different possible complements, right? And then for these complements, I use different modals, right? if you analyze it, I use will. When do we use will? Or if clauses? When I am indicating a high level of certainty, okay? But when I use may, for example, I'm not so sure about what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure that I have an idea, but I'm not certain about if it is okay. And finally, when I use might, it means that I don't have much clue what I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit more specific using WH questions, no, yes, no questions, okay? I will use, look at this example. Will Berenice visit us if she comes to Las Cumbres? And look at the example number 2. Won't she be sad if you don't call her first? As you could notice, the first statement, we don't need to put the comma to join the sentences, unless if the if is at the beginning, of course, you have to put the comma to separate both sentences. But in this case, you don't need a comma. Now, let's see these examples using WH question words with modals. And if we have, where will Berenice stay if she comes to Las Cumbres? What will you do if you don't pass the subject? Who will you call if you need any help? So every time I make a question with WH question using will, the if clause must come with the verb in simple present. Look at the first example. Where will Berenice stay if she comes to Las Cumbres? What will you do if you don't pass the subject? Who will you call if you need any help? Now it's time to practice. I want you to match the picture with the correct statement. Okay, we have A, B, and C. Number 1, the neighbors will get angry if he doesn't stop. C, yes. Number 2, if he doesn't get up now, he will be late for school. If he doesn't get up now, he will be late for school. A, that's correct. Number 3, if he isn't careful, he will break them. If he isn't careful, he will break them. A, that's correct. Number 4, I won't have a lot of money left if I buy it. I won't have a lot of money if I bought it. B, that's correct. That's correct. Number 4, if I buy one of those, I won't be hungry anymore. If I buy one of those, I won't be hungry anymore. B. And the last one, if he doesn't practice, he will never play in a band. C, that's right. Excellent, guys. Now, let's continue practicing. Now we have a ninja quiz. You have to complete the sentences. Are you ready? Let's start. Okay, question 1 of sentence. This is the sentence. If we don't play better, we will lose the match. We will win the match. What do you think? The first one, we will lose the match. The second, he won't pass the test if he studies hard or if he doesn't study hard. The second. Excellent. The third one. I'm sure all of your friends will come to your party. As you can see, there is no comma after. If you invite them or if you don't invite them. The first one, yeah, the first option. If you invite them. That's correct. Thank you. And she will book a trip to Mexico. There is no comma after this statement because we have the if after. If it is too expensive or if it isn't too expensive. What do you think? She will book a trip to Mexico. The second one, if it isn't too expensive. Good. And the last one, if I find another of those t-shirts, comma, because we start the statement with if, I will get one for you or I won't get one for you. If I find another of those t-shirts, I will get one for you. So it's the first one. That's correct. The first option. That's correct. Good job, guys. You are a ninja now. Good. Now, guys, it's time for the advice. Remember, guys, that no one really knows yet how the coronavirus affects people of different age. So contracting the virus might be very dangerous for some people or for you. So it's important for you to keep healthy habits. For example, get adequate sleep, eat healthy meal, exercise regularly, and don't forget, guys, to wear your face mask, don't touch your face, and keep the social distance. And also, there is an opportunity for all the guys over 16 to get the vaccine, to get your shot. So don't miss this opportunity, guys. Remember, we want you to stay safe. Now it's time for the assignment. This is to record a podcast on how you can take care of natural resources at home. First, you need to download Spreaker. This is an app that is for free and it will allow you to record a podcast. Then you have to write a draft. You have to put all your ideas on a sheet of paper. And then you have to practice very well. And finally, you have to start recording. You can add sound effects to your podcast and make it more engaging. And also you can share the link. As soon as you finish with your podcast, you can send the link to your podcast into your different social media or in your Microsoft Teams group. So let's see, I will give you an example. I have recorded this example about some tips for natural resources at home, how to preserve it. Listen. Hey guys, this is your teacher, Mrs. Ayala, and I will show you 8 ways to conserve natural resources at home. Number 1, use less water. Number 2, turn off the lights. Number 3, use renewable energy. Number 4, recycle. Number 5, compost. Number 6, choose reusable goods. And number 7, thrift shop. See you next week with another interesting topic. Bye. Guys, yeah, that's very interesting, right? So you can follow. If you scan this code, it will take you into a tutorial that I have created for you in order to help you with the step-by-step on how to create your own podcast. And you can use your cell phone to do it or a computer. If you use your computer, you can download the Spreaker app into your desktop and start creating the podcast, adding effects and so on. And as soon as you finish, remember, you can share the link to your social media or Microsoft Teams. And this is a link too. And don't forget to stay connected, guys. Remember that we have this blog with all the presentations for you from 7 to 12. We have also a Microsoft team where you can share all your activities there. And there is a YouTube channel, TEL-MrsAyala, where you can find a lot of useful videos for you. Remember, scan the codes and it will take you into those sites. Now, guys, I want to send my gratefulness to the Magister Diaz Creighton, who is the academic coordinator of the National Directorate of Foreign Language Teaching. Thank you, Professor Diaz, for all your support every week. And a special thanks to all these sponsors that make this lesson possible for you guys, and for Instituto Plancarte Morelia from Mexico, that they have sent me wonderful videos for my lessons. Thank you, Plancarte Morelia. And guys, don't forget the quote of the day. What is success? I think it is a mixture of having a flair for the things that you are doing, knowing that it is not enough, that you must have hard work, and a certain sense of purpose. Margaret Thatcher. Let me repeat this again. What is success? I think it's a mixture of having a flair for the things that you are doing, knowing that it is not enough, that you must have hard work and a certain sense of purpose. Margaret Thatcher. Okay, it's time to say goodbye, and thank you guys for your attention, for taking notes and practicing with me. Don't forget our next appointment next week with a new topic, environmental problems. So see you next week. Take care of you. Goodbye.